most beautiful thing that a person can give to you, or that you could give to a person, is your completely unfiltered personality from what's going on in here and in here coming out. Giving you a filterless view of exactly what you're feeling and thinking in every given moment. The second they change it a bit, alter it, I'm not seeing a true piece of art, a true person. I want to be able to give that to somebody. The most beautiful thing a person can do that is receiving that is give their unwavering attention back to that person. The most beautiful thing that a person can give to you.
Do you guys understand what he's trying to say? When you meet someone or you have a partner that you want to get into a relationship, right? The most best thing that you can do is give the unfiltered version of you, so that they can see what's going on here and what's going on here. No one is doing it because they still have this fear of losing something when it wasn't theirs to begin with. And what's going to happen is chaos in the end. Because they're so deep in their minds creating these elusive stories. I'm gonna tell you guys. If you are planning on getting into a relationship, a friendship, a parentship, a whatever ship you're carrying, give your most unfiltered, Layla, thank you for the bloop bloop. Give your most unfiltered version of you. Try and be as authentic as you can be. Because the only one you're hurting is yourself. Margaret, trust you're doing well. Bloop, bloop. Thank you, Daniela. In true form, the only one you're hurting is yourself. Because 5 years, 6 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, or 5 years from now, the truth will always be revealed. And that's going to bite you in the fucking ass. And then you still don't want to take accountability and you want to project that shit onto someone else and blame them for your own chaotic. Just food for thought. It's like, when are you really going to present yourself as your true self? When are we going to start being really honest with ourselves? Who knows, right? To have someone tell me that they were holding back because of certain people in the life tells me already that there's a big, massive problem. I don't care who's watching on the For You page. I don't care who's watching on another page. I don't care who is in the live. What I care is that you are honest, true honest with yourselves. If you're coming in my live and you still got masks, the only one you're fucking up is yourself. I'm not here to entertain anybody. I really am not. You're the one that's stopping yourself from growth. That's it. You're the one stopping yourself from growth every time you're hiding behind this mask. I'm a good person. I do good things. It's not true. You know it's not. We are all things. You've envied someone. You've wanted something that they've wanted. Nothing wrong with that. You've spoken bad about someone. Nothing wrong with that. Learn from it. Be honest with yourselves. Be fucking honest with yourselves. Because the only one you're lying to is yourself. And you're going to keep repeating the same motherfucking shit until you finally speak your truth. Finally. And only when you start speaking your truth, that's when it's gonna, fuck. Bingo. Bingo. He literally explained the secret of awakening in the concept of money. So he starts with the root chakra all the way to your crown and then past your crown. You are the money. We had this discussion yesterday. We had this discussion yesterday. Everything is you. And you're chasing and you're chasing and you're chasing, and only thing you're chasing is you're chasing yourself. It's like, what are we actually chasing? In 10 minutes, we're going to do forgiveness meditation. What are we actually chasing? We're chasing ourselves. And the more we chase, the more we don't see ourselves. And then we try to save people. Are we really trying to save them, or are we trying to save ourselves? Of the lies that we create through the thought. The idea that I'm always going to be a thing. In other words, sickness, lackness. Who do I need to forgive? Have you tried forgiving yourself? Forgive all parts of you, because everyone is you. Hi, Hawk. I trust to know you're doing well. I haven't seen you for so long. Did you ever think of that? Remember, everyone is your mirror. Everyone is your mirror. They're all reflection of you. Nothing is outside of you, Christine. We're all reflections of an idea that we've created through a thought. Nothing is real. So the true forgiveness is self. I'm well, thank you. Good to hear. Lol, yeah, that's a great start. It starts with self, I think. Yeah, it always starts with you. If you don't forgive you, if you don't trust you, and you don't have faith in you, and you don't believe in you, how can you believe in anything outside of you? You will never. Oh, I don't know if I can do this. I don't trust it. Yeah, because you don't trust yourself. And you're not in allowance. And what you're doing is you're closing all doors of opportunities, because you've literally said, oh, this is happening because of this is happening and this is happening with the belief systems, and I've been through this, and then door closes, and then you're like, oh, I manifested this and it never comes. Well, it's not coming because you don't trust, you don't have faith, you don't believe in yourself, and you're still living in the past because you still think everything that happened then is going to happen again. And that's the story you keep telling your head, because you cannot be honest enough with yourself that you fucked up at the same time. It's so much easier to point a finger. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, talking about myself. I did that. Throw it up in the air and smile. Yes. Let it just play its part. Because every experience is growth. Every experience is growth. So why would you want to limit yourself and stop yourself from creating? Why would you allow yourself to stop yourself from becoming? It's a much better place to be observing. But are you observing yourself, or are you observing others? Because a lot of the spiritual community has misunderstood that fucking word, observe. It's not watch other people. It's watch yourself. Watch what you're saying. Watch what you're thinking. Watch what you're believing. Because that's where you start getting the key to the lock. And when you get that key to the lock, that's when you illuminate. I get people saying, yeah, I'm observing others. And I'm like, well, you got that fucked up, because it's not about them, it's about you. We spoke about that. All the prayers start with forgive others the same way you forgive. Yes, we did, Daniela, we did. I'm fully participating in myself, yeah. No, I observe myself. I don't observe others. I accept people for who they are and how they present themselves to me. But I listen to my words. I watch my thoughts. What am I looking at? Where am I focused on? Where's my energy at? Why is my energy there? Why is my energy there when it should be here? I don't observe other people. Everybody should be who they want to be. They know what they're creating. And if they don't know what they're creating, that's their reality. That's their creation. I allow things. I'm going to tell you yesterday. Yesterday, I literally, when the live stopped, I was like, And I'm like, okay. And my heart said, get up. I went up, got the keys, opened the door, and I went for a walk. And as I went for a walk, I literally witnessed something. And in that, I literally felt my body and I observed my body and I asked myself, what is this feeling? What is this feeling? And I took that feeling and I honored it and I loved it and I experienced it, right? And then I did this and I did that and then I did this. And I'm not going to tell you guys because I don't need validation or acknowledgement for the stuff that I do outside of TikTok, right? And 2 hours later, I'm on my way back. And as I'm on my way back, I get a call. I go, I'm back out there again. I come back. As I come back, something else happened. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this, do that. And I'm literally observing myself, how everything is falling out to play. And then the people who witnessed it says, how do you know? How do you know that it's going to happen that way? I said, because I'm watching myself. I am literally within myself, watching myself. Hey, Star. I'm not watching them. I'm watching myself. Because if I am watching myself, then I know that everything is playing a part in this journey of mine to add wisdom. And that wisdom that I'm gaining is more doors of opportunities of allowing. You gotta allow it. Because if you're not allowing it and you're trying to control it, the more you control it, the more you close those doors. You gotta be in control to lose control. You gotta be in control to lose control. It's a gift. Yes, know thyself. Absolutely. It's a journey inward into the you are the universe. Nothing is outside. Universe stands the one-eye song, which means your song, your symphony. What is the song you're playing? Source is you. You are the source. You are the universe. You are the world. Everything is you. So you've got to observe you to observe the world you're in. That's the world you're creating through your thoughts. In other words, if you're watching movies, that's the world you're feeding. If you're listening to chaotic music, that's the world you're feeding, and that's the world you experience. The words you speak also is the world. So every time I keep swearing, I keep putting mud in my world. And I'm taking accountability for it. So it is what it is. But I'm aware of my swearing and why I do. Do I stop it? Nah. Why? Well, it is what it is, right? It's who I am. Thank you for sharing the live, Hawk. Oh, what way? Trust you're doing well. The things then Marcia sits there and says, I wonder why this happened. And then all of a sudden I get this 360 view of everything that I did, thought, and said. And I'm like, oh, fuck. You know what? It is what it is. Yes, I'm trying not to swear as much. It is what it is, lol, right? You just gotta let it play. You gotta let it play. Just let everything go as it should. You know, everybody was telling me yesterday with this whole event that happened, it was a chaotic event. Well, not for me, but for those around me, because it was chaotic, right? And and they're like, how are you so calm? I'm like, firstly, I didn't create the event. Secondly, whoever created, there's a reason why I'm here. And the reason why I'm here, which I'm going to play a part. So let me play the part of why I'm here. So why should I be uncalm? Because everybody is fucking chaos. Why would I? Makes no sense, does it? Is anybody tapping the screen? There's no hearts coming through. I don't want to talk about it. It was very chaotic. It was hectic. It was chaotic. And that's why the live cut off the way it did. That's why the live cut off the way it did. That UPS has an hour's backup because there's 4 UPSs, right? And each one's battery is weak, but it's got an hour's backup. And yesterday when the electricity went off, it didn't take an hour. It was less than an hour and it cut off. Because you got to remember the Wi-Fi is connected to the UPS, which is connected to the electricity. So when it cut off and I looked and I saw no signal, I stopped talking and I just went, something's up. And I stood up and I went outside and there was the, and I was like, let's just do this. Let's do this. 2, my brothers and sisters, who's got questions? Who's got questions? We all love questions. Who's got questions? There's something that someone said on Discord. I actually want to talk about it, but not now, later. Not now, later. And then I want to play a few things from Insta. Abigail, welcome in. I love the name Abigail. So some love by tapping. Thank you, Daniela. I'm very grateful to you. Does anybody have any questions? Pablo, you gave me roses. Do you have any questions, love? I don't need cards to give answers, just say. The fact that you rely on cards is worrying. Jane, rise and shine, Jane. It depends on you. And if you think a card's going to make the choice for you, it's going to bite you. It's going to bite you. So you need to sit with yourself and ask yourself, what am I creating? So if you want the divorce, you got to see it through in your mind, feel it in your heart. If you don't want the divorce, you got to see it in your mind and you got to see it in your heart. And right now, your mind, your mouth, and your heart are talking 3 different languages, and the universal mind is going to create its own reality. So if you want to shift into a reality where you don't want the divorce, you've got to change the way you think about that person, because that person is your mirror. Jane, I trust and know you're doing well. You're welcome, Abigail. Do you hear what I'm saying? Pabalo, do you hear what I'm saying? Thank you for the follow, Tabang. If you're tired, that's because you are not being honest. You're not being honest with yourself. You're not presenting yourself honest. And because you're not being authentic in presenting how you think, how you feel, it's biting you. Guys, when you are tired, right? When you are tired, when you go out to the city, or you are tired if you go shopping, or you are tired if you go to a party, or you are tired in a relationship, right? If you are tired in a relationship, that means you are not being authentic. Because your ego is putting this facade, and this facade takes a lot of energy. And if you are not being honest with yourself and you're not being honest on how you're presenting yourself, you'll always be tired. So ask yourself, Pabalo, how honest am I? Jane, your life purpose is to be the Jane that Jane wants to be. Because if you're looking for a life purpose, you are the life purpose, being a human being. When I see visions, something like blood-cutted leg. Thank you, Pabalo. I'm very grateful for the rose. When I see visions like blood-cutted leg, arm, etc., what does that mean? Am I creating that? It means that you are shifting your mind into a reality where you are still holding on to a memory and you need to change it. So you need to understand, Layla, that you are in control of your dreams and you can change that dream. You can change that dream. But if you are attached to the dream, when you wake up to the dream and you're thinking about the dream, you're going to shift to that reality. So if you don't want to shift that reality, you've got to change the dream. Think about a canvas. The canvas is the same. Thank you for the rose, Tabang. You're welcome to ask the question. Pabalo, you haven't been happy in this relationship for so long, and you know this to be true. You do. You know this to be true. So when are you going to be honest with yourself? I don't dream that when meditate, I see those things. Is that the same? Yes, because you're in your mind. When you're seeing things, that means you are not in the now and you're shifting to different realities. You're on your head. What if you feel anxious after being around certain people? If you're anxious, that means you are seeing something by judgment. You've judged them. Subconsciously, Roger, you've judged them as good or bad when they're actually a reflection of you. Every human being around you is a reflection of you. Repent for what? Who did I kill? Your mother? Your father? I didn't kill your father. Fuck off. Does that make sense what I'm saying? You should be the one repenting when you're the one killing people. Just say, thank you, Daniela. What if they show envy and malicious towards me? It's because you have malicious and envy towards others and you don't want to be honest about it. Okay, let me explain. Roger, thank you for bringing this up. Right. Let me explain to you guys. When you are judging someone, your soul, yourself, soul, self, I, right, does not see Tom, Dick, and Harry. It only sees you, right? So when you are judging this person as malicious and envy, inside you are that too. And because you don't love that part of you, you're going to keep attracting people into your life because they are reflecting to you who you are. And that's going to be a repeated cycle, repeated cycle, repeated cycle, repeated cycle, repeated cycle, until you finally get it. I have to love all parts of you. Because every time you're finding fault with someone, it's because you're not listening to your thoughts, your words, and your heart. So, Roger, be honest with yourself. Have you never envied anybody, right? Like someone who just bought a Ferrari. You mean to tell me you've never envied them and wished them that the ill harm, that maybe they have an accident? Because sometimes when we're trying, even when we're drunk or high, we say things and we don't realize we're saying them. Do you hear what I'm saying? So these people you're attracting are reflections of you. And because you don't want to see it and you want to blame because you don't want to take accountability, you're going to keep playing the martyr. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I was once that. I used to do that until I started observing myself and realized that's why I'm attracting these people. Like when I used to say people lie. Well, it's because I used to lie. Gabrielle, thank you for extending your subscription. Mamiki, trust you're doing well, my beautiful Mamiki. Susie, trust you're doing well. Lucianne, trust you're doing well. Does that make sense what I'm saying, Roger? Yes. So if you are envious, instead of seeing it as a bad thing, saying it's okay to be that, because I was brought up thinking that it's not okay that someone has more than you. It's because you observed adults doing it, you became it, and deep down you have that programming belief. So now you, instead of seeing it within yourself, so you stop attracting these, you are literally projecting it through repeated judgment. So every time you're judging them as a good person or a bad person, you're going to keep attracting them because you are them too. Trust you're doing well. Thank you for the team cheers, Daniela. Focus less on what others think of you and more of what you think of yourself. Yes, because it's not them thinking of it, it's you thinking it. We must become that change. Yes, absolutely. Rise and shine, Andy. Bloop, bloop. Only my mother, favoritism. Okay, so that's also, ask yourself, what did you learn from growing up? Because you didn't only learn from your mother, you learned it from your grandparents, you learned it from siblings, you learned it from your environment, school, you learned it from a lot of things. Gabriel, thank you for the auto renewal subscription. I don't give way to what others think of me. That's your denial. So every time you're judging them, you'll keep denying that you're always a good person, but deep down, you're not accepting everything. Take care, Hawk. Nice to see you again. I'm very grateful and thankful. So what should I do to stop attracting them? Love them as they are and not what you want them to be. Or just stop surrounding yourself with them without judgment. Stop talking about them. Because the more you feed that energy, the more you become them. That's how you do it. Love them as they are and stop trying to change them. They're showing you who they are. Because the more you're going to talk about them, you're going to become them. If not already are them. It's like when someone says, you know, I'm surrounded by people who lie to me. But the thing is, you lie to yourself. Because when you are okay, here is a good example. Roger, are you a people pleaser? I'm not going to judge you, Roger. I have no judgment, because if I'm going to judge you, I'm going to judge myself. Okay, so a people pleaser, do they present themselves authentically? Do they present themselves authentically? Guys, if you are a people pleaser, are you being honest enough to say, this is who I am? The good, the bad, and the ugly. Who knows? Who knows? I'm going to put a black screen. Thank you for your honesty, by the way, Roger. Not really, because you're always trying to keep the peace. But are you trying to keep the peace, or are you lying? Angel Wing says no. Exactly. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying when you're not being honest on how you're presenting yourself. So when you're saying, why do I attract liars? Because you're lying on how you present. You're not keeping the peace. What you're actually afraid of is losing people. So what you do is you change and you put yourself these masks, and you put these masks, and you put these masks, and then 4 to 6 weeks, you start taking out those masks. Because you start to trust these people, and these people say, but you're not the same person you were then. You're trying to change them to make your emptiness feel full. And then you blame them. You blame them that they've changed. No, you presented yourself by lying. And then you're saying they lied. They didn't lie. Ask yourself, what is in here? Ask yourself what is in here. I choose my tribe carefully. Why? That's limitation, lizard. Why? That being said, my tribe isn't static. What's static? What makes a tribe a tribe? Authenticity. Yes. What is authenticity? Love. What is love? Accept all. And if you are not accepting everyone, then you are a martyr, because you don't accept parts of you, all parts of you. You're trying to present yourself as a goody two-shoes, but you won't be honest enough to say what your negative thoughts are to anybody. I tell you guys who I am. What is evil? Roger, what is evil? What is evil in your eyes? Have you never borrowed money and not given it back after you said you promised that you were going to give it back? Have you never taken something and broken or lied? Have you never lied? Come on, guys, let's be fucking honest. You want to play martyrs? Keep playing martyrs. You're going to keep attracting the same types of people. No conscious deriving pleasures in other pain. Are you sure? Are you the conscious? Everybody is conscious. Everybody is source. You're all creating each other. Be honest. What energy are you feeding? What energies are you guys feeding? If you're not going to be honest with yourself, you're not going to be honest with everything. My space and energy is sacred. I don't invite just anybody into that. That's a choice. All good. And you're welcome to do that. I choose not to limit myself. I'm available and unavailable at the same time. But I'm open to all opportunities. I don't care who or what they are. Animalistic joy. Oh, animalistic joy. Yep. You don't see an animal saying, I'm not going to surround myself with those people. They're not fucked up. No. Animal just goes. Sanu. Rise and shine, Sanu. Who of my subscribers did not get their cards? Mamiki, I don't think you got your card. Sanu just popped in. Carefree and wild. Right. They're carefree and wild. But us as humans are afraid of humans because we're afraid of being the human itself. So we're finding fault in everything of being a human. What if the humanity of being a human is the ultimate goal and you're still afraid of being yourself? We were so fucking scared of being ourselves, we created shit. And now we still fear ourselves? Make that make sense? When are we going to stop being the destroyers and start being the creators? Because as much as you want to point fingers at someone, there's 3 fingers pointing back at you. When are you going to start taking accountability and responsibility for your thoughts, words, and feelings? What is love? Love is accept all. Everybody says, oh, I trust an animal more, but the animal is teaching you, accept all as is. But here you say, I've got to protect myself from this. You're protecting yourself from yourself? Make that make sense. Make that make sense, my brothers and sisters. Why would you want to protect yourself from yourself? Why? Sanu, turn the page, create a new chapter. Why would you want to do that? Stop being the destroyer and be the creator. I love this. Yes. We're constantly wanting destroying things. Oh, I want to destroy this. Have you ever heard of the story, The Broken Glass? Seen through a broken glass. There is a PDF. As a matter of fact, I'll download the PDF and I'm going to read it to you guys tomorrow. You'll always see things from a broken glass, and the broken glass you see is the broken you projecting out. And the world will never change because you're constantly trying to destroy all parts of you by judging them. As a child, you didn't know what black and white was. As a child, you didn't know what wrong or right was. As a child, you didn't know what was pretty and what was ugly. Now, if you don't kill an animal to put whatever shit of the animal onto your face to look pretty, to seek validation, to be validated, then you're not worthy. Then you shouldn't be a human after all, right? Because if you don't love what you've created, why the fuck are you a human? Stop being a human then. Start saying to yourself, I don't want to be human. Become something else instead. Mamiki, find your path. Your path, no matter what path you take, is the right path. It's get out of your own way. Rating! Tabang, I haven't seen you for so long. I trust to know you're doing well. Then become the animal and stop talking bad about humans, because the animals don't talk bad about humans. They accept humans as they are. They just don't want to be around humans. You know why? Because they know humans are fucking it up personally. You don't see nature fucking itself up. No. It's only the humans that are doing it. They'll always bow down to something outside of them because they don't see the uniqueness in them. That's sad in itself, right? I am well happy to be here. Grateful to have you. Did all my subscribers to Bung, you didn't get a card. I am a wildlife rehabber and I learn daily from animals. Absolutely. And I honor that because so do I. I'm not a wildlife rehabber, but I go into nature and observe them and I learn from nature. I learn from trees. I learn from wild animals. So I hear you, Marty. I hear you and I see you. So relevant, being focusing on letting go, turning the page. Indeed. Thanks, Marcy. You're welcome, my love. Nature can teach you more than these fucking cards, but you're all leaning on this shit. Man-made. May I get a card? Gift of freedom. Be the gift of freedom. Stop finding holes. Let it flow. Look there. There's the path. Let it flow. Stop finding fault. Let it. New beginnings, number 9. Who's that? Tabang. This was for you, Tabang. This was for you, Tabang. Number 9, new path. New path, they said. Yeah, new path. Is it Tabang? Yeah, it's Tabang. Tabang, new path. It's only for subscribers, my love. Marty, it's only for subscribers. Right, who else has questions? New path. Did you do what we spoke about on the Zoom call? Guys, if you are a subscribers, don't forget next week Saturday is Zoom call, hey? So to the subscribers, if you are subscribers, you get a full reading and then after that cards, and then every second Saturdays we join on a Zoom call. Neighbors. Alrighty. Anybody have any questions? I don't know what to discuss today. What shall we discuss today? Sana, you need to be a subscriber, love. I've been doing it with my... Love that. Favorite song currently? You can change your hair and you can change your clothes. You can change your mind. It's just the way it goes. That's my song for the year. For the week, actually, I have 3 billion. Oh, I love that. Oh, gosh. I'll give feedback on Discord. I will love that. Absolutely love that, Tabang. Absolutely love that. I want you guys to hear this. Roger, are you still in here? Lizard, you need to hear this. Songs are very healing, not all songs. Not all songs. Because if you listen to a heartbreak song, you'll go through a heartbreak. Because your ego attaches it to that emotion. I was glad to see you on some streets, right? 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 Did we park? Oh, I closed it. Marcia, why? Why? Larry, why? You missed a damn good live yesterday, by the way. Songs are not healing. Not all songs. Not all songs. Some songs. But Marty, if you find your song, and you love your voice, then you found your healer because you are your own healer. Do you know that? Animals teach us that. Okay. I had to re-go back in there. Marty, did you know that you are your own healer? Did I just see Jason pop in? My nephew Jason? Jason, did you just pop in? Yes, you did. I appreciate you. They say so. Right. They are right.
Filtered personality from what's going.
You need to understand that you are your own healer. So if someone says, I'm a healer, they've limited themselves. You are all things and nothing. Once you know that within you, no one is a hierarchy. No one is more or less. I'm not more than you. I'm not less than you. Just because I come on live and I share my truth and my enlightenment and my wisdom, it doesn't mean that I am more than you. Because I give you seeds to remember all parts of you, but you also remind me of all parts of me. So if someone looks down at you, go to your mirror and bow down to yourself instead. All right, I want you all to hear this and tell me what you think about it. Because this is something I preach every day. And I do preach it every day to those watching and says, get off TikTok and stop preaching. Well, I'm fucking preaching this, just saying. If you don't like my language, get over it. Listen,
The most
Linda.
beautiful thing that a person can give to you, or that you could give to a person, is your completely unfiltered personality from what's going on in here and in here coming out. Giving you a filterless view of exactly what you're feeling and thinking in every given moment. The second they change it a bit, alter it, I'm not seeing a true piece of art, a true person. I want to be able to give that to somebody. The most beautiful thing a person can do that is receiving that is give their unwavering attention back to that person. The most beautiful thing that a person can give to you, or that you could give to a person, is your completely unfiltered personality from what's going on in here and in here coming out. Giving you a filterless view of exactly what you're feeling and thinking in every given moment. The second they...
A filterless view of what you are in every given moment. What are your insights? Inhibited self. Inhibited self. In other words, presenting yourself in true form. Not that I am different towards my family than I am towards my boss, towards my colleagues, towards... I have no filters. The way I am with my family... You can ask Jason, he will tell you, right? If Jason's still here, he will tell you straight how I am with my family, how I am here, how I am in my environment is the unfiltered version of me. The good, the bad, the fucking ugly, right? Because I accept all versions of me. I love all versions of me. Can you say the same about yourselves? Why would you need protection? From who? Yourself? Why would a human need protection from a human? Why would we see something wrong with someone because they don't define who we think humans should be? A tree could be bent, a tree could be straight, a tree could be hollow, but you don't see the tree saying, get out of my environment. They love each other as is. They don't say, fuck off out of here. You don't dress or look the same. You don't see a tree looking at another tree and say, you're hollow, you have no heart, you're malicious, you've got horrible intentions. They accept them as they are. So why is it that we as human beings are doing this? What makes us think that our hierarchy, I'm more than you, I know more than you, I look better than you, I dress better than you, I talk better than you, I have more than you? Because in the end, you're still nothing. I don't have a filter also, some people don't like it. So what? Michelle, so what? If they don't like it, so what? Ask yourselves why they don't like it. If someone doesn't like someone, I know that deep down they're lying about themselves to themselves and presenting themselves. This is why you get triggered. You get triggered because deep down you're lying to yourself, presenting yourself in a false form. You are. If someone gets triggered by what I say, that means they want me to change to fit their ego, to fit their illusion self-I. Not my problem, is it? No. So I'm going to let them and love them. And I'm going to accept them as they are. I said things and they are as they are. Because that's how you feel. Did they tell you they don't like it? And if they tell you that they didn't like it, could you sit down with them and say, right, can we have a discussion why? And see both versions? But humanity doesn't do that now. They don't talk about it. They just, and then, did you hear what she fucking said about me? When you didn't sit down and have a conversation? Do we do that as humanity? We don't. It's sad, eh? Because we still play the hierarchy. We don't sit down and have this conversation and say, look, I didn't like what you said, so let's get deep into it and find out why. No, instead it's like, she's such a fucking bitch and I want to fucking just hate her. And then you sit there playing the martyr, playing the good person. She's not who I think I am. Well, she is right, because if you're talking bad about her, you are a fucking martyr. You cannot be a good person if you think bad thoughts about someone else. If you think that someone is envious and malicious and horrible, you are that person. You cannot be a good person if you're talking shit about someone. You cannot be. Because a good person doesn't see bad in anything. You can kick a dog till it loses its leg and it will still come to you and love you. So don't tell me you're fucking a good person. Because that's a lie. Tell me that I can't open myself and I need to close up because there were people in the live, and I'm like, okay, fine. I hear you, right? But then you don't want healing. You want fucking attention and you're wasting my fucking time. I get annoyed by that because if you really want to heal yourself, you have to unfilter yourself. Open that fucking bag and show your fucking garbage. But the fact is, you don't accept the garbage you carry. And you're playing the fucking martyr. Oh, I'm spiritual. I see beauty. I see things. Wow, those things are all lies. Did you all know that? Nothing is real. Nothing is real. Nothing is real until you make it real because you put that energy in it. So sit there and say to me, I'm a good person. No wonder you think people are lying, because you're lying to yourself. No wonder you keep attracting the same type of people, because you're doing it to yourself. If you think it, therefore you are. If you say it, therefore you are. Do you know that if you're constantly in your head and you're deep in your head and you're in your head and you're constant, that you're not in that present moment, in that now, what you're actually doing is creating a story, and then they've got their own story, you've got your own story, and you guys didn't see the truth because you're all in your fucking heads creating your bullshit judgment. Oh, I feel uneasy. I can feel their energy. Actually, you don't feel their energy, you feel yours. Because everything is a reflection of you. The fact that you're saying, I feel energy, and you don't love that energy, that part of you, and you repel it that's telling me already something big. I can walk into a room where there will be fighting and argument and there will be a massive chaotic moment. And I've proved this time and time and time again. And I can change that energy like this. I can change that energy like this. What were those questions we had before Godfather teachings, or what was his name? The 7 Godfather truths weren't questions, they were like truths. Humility, truth, love, strength, I forgot what the others were. Daniela, good one. Listen to what this guy said then afterwards. I stopped it afterwards. So listen to what he said afterwards. I'm going to try and remember. Yeah, it must be these. Yes, thank you. It's the great-grandfather. It's the grandfather, not godfather. Grandfather. The grandfather truth. There were 7, and there were 7 animals that they attached to it. The eagle was the truth, I think. The tortoise was patience. The wolf was humility. Listen to what he says.
Allowed to be attracted to a person and just be friends with that person. That's not a friends with benefits thing. That's not some weird, strange, polyamorous type of thing. This is a healthy way of going about dating. What we are taught to do in traditional dating that teaches courtship is to practice romantic things, relationship things before the relationship. Holding hands and all of those type of things that go along with a relationship. And we're saying we are going to save the romantic stuff for the relationship and just practice a friendship even if we're attracted to that person. You're allowed to be attracted to a person and just be friends.
And this is the problem with relationships.
That's not a friends with benefits thing. That's not some weird,
problem
strange...
with relationships is you interested in what the person looks like. You're interested in what they wear. You're interested in their confidence. You're interested. But instead of trying to create a friendship first, you want to fuck them first. This is what society does. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hey, Gavin, I trust to know you're doing well, brother. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm doing good, thank you. Correct me if I'm wrong. Right. This is from Star Trek. Listen to this. I fucking resonate with this woman, by the way. No, you're right. Yeah. Instead of learning about each other, becoming each other's best friends, that you can be your true self and then go into a relationship, the first thing is, oh, I just want to know that I've got the label, the status label. I've got a status. Hey, I've got a girlfriend. Sad. Listen to what this woman says.
Permanent genetic modification is illegal under Federation law. Slavery was once legal. Apartheid was legal. Discrimination against people for how they worshipped, how they loved, their gender, color of their skin. All legal at one time or another. A law does not make something just. I'm not saying the Federation means to do harm. Their experience with genetic modification, the eugenics wars, was horrific. The pain that Earth felt, unimaginable.
The pain.
The Federation built a utopia in its wake, and in an effort to protect that utopia, they became blinded by a centuries-old fear, so much so that they have, perhaps unknowingly, become persecutors. My client is only here because of who she is, and because she felt she had no other choice than to hide that fact. Just like the millions before her who were forced to hide how they worshipped, how they loved, what they truly looked like, because it made others uncomfortable. Because it made others afraid. If a law is not just, then I ask, how are we to trust those who created that law to serve justice?
Did you all hear that?
Permanent genetic modification is illegal under Federation law.
It's from Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Did you hear what she said? What we are doing to ourselves. This is what humanity is doing to humanity. Because we're constantly creating belief systems. We're constantly creating something false. We're constantly finding fault. We're constantly finding something wrong with something because we don't accept ourselves as being a human. This is how sad it is. We are destroyers instead of creators. Fact, why would we isolate ourselves when we came to be a human being? What makes it so wrong to be a human being? What makes it so wrong to accept human beings for who they are without trying to fix them? What if there's nothing wrong with them? They're presenting themselves in their true shape and form. Is it your idea of what a human should be that makes it a good or a bad? Who are you, the hierarchy? What makes you better than them? The fact that you've put a label on it? I'm a healer. I'm spiritual. I'm Christian. I'm a believer. Makes you better than other people? Make that make fucking sense. Make that make fucking sense to me. Because it fucking makes no sense to me. My neighbors, oh, we got so many illegal people. 2 hours later, I wouldn't mind living in a different country. Here you are talking about illegal immigrants. You going to another country is what? Here you are talking bad about people who's not from the same country, born in a different country, and wanted to explore a new exploration. And you find something wrong with them, and here you are wanting to do the exact same thing as them. When you're talking bad about someone, you're talking about yourself. When are you going to get it? When are you going to get it? If you're finding fault in the world that you are, it's because you are it. If I'm seeing something wrong with my house, it's because there's something wrong in my heart. There's something wrong with my broken window. My window is broken. And if my window is broken, I'm going to see things broken and I'm going to try and save them because I'm playing the fucking martyr and saying I'm better than you. I'm not fucking better than anyone. Because when I go to the toilet and take a shit is a shit. It doesn't matter how much strawberries you put on there, cream, syrup, glitter to make it glow because I'm meditating. A shit is a shit is a shit is a shit. Take it or leave it. Own your shit or get out. Own your shit or get out. When you put others down to hide the truth of your self-worth, fact. Exactly. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to put people down when you are a people too? What makes a people more than a people? You know, there's a saying that gnaws at me. Can I tell you guys what gnaws at me? Do you really want to hear when someone says this saying, I want to punch them? This is my truth. Do you guys want to hear that one saying that fucks me to the living bejesus out of myself? Right? People hurt people. Make that make sense. People hurt people. Do they really hurt people? Because no one can hurt me but me. If someone punches me, it's not their hand I'm feeling. It's me I'm feeling. It's my skin I'm feeling. It's my muscles I'm feeling. It's my emotion I'm feeling. Not theirs. Mine. Do you hear what I'm saying? Hurt people, right? But do they really? Do they really hurt people? Or are they just expressing themselves and the person, hold on, I've got to find this fucking video. Hold on. I'm grateful you brought that up. I brought it up, but you added on to it. So I'm very grateful to it. Hold on, I'm going to find it quickly. Hold on. I'm going to find it. Listen to this. Was it you? Oh, please tell me it was you. It was you. Okay, it's him. Listen.
If I put my hand on your forehead, do you feel my hand? Or do you feel the sensation of your forehead?
It's him.
You feel your
Listen.
forehead. You can't feel my hands. It's impossible for you to feel my hands. If I punch you, you won't feel my hands. You feel the pain. It's sensation, right? Just like when you fall in love, or when you're in love, or when you love. You don't feel their love. You only feel your love.
Your love.
Only that which is inside can come out. See, if love is not there, then love cannot come out. But let me tell you about love. Love had to be there for that person, your ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, ex-girlfriend, to actually be able to bring it out. But needless to say, it was your love that you experienced, not theirs. We give people too much power over our own feelings. We think that nobody can love me like this again. I can't feel this again. It's your love. You need to learn how to connect to it so that you can feel it whenever you want to feel it. All the time. That's the power. If I put my hand on
Do
your
you guys want to
forehead,
hear it again?
do you
Did you resonate with what he said? Because I fucking resonate. It's everything I've been saying to you guys all this time. Do you want to hear it again? It is true. I'm going to play it again, and I want you to listen. I'm going to make the screen black because I get very passionate about this. Very, very passionate about this. Okay. Chuck says, nope. Listen, Lindas, listen. Okay, listen, because I get very passionate.
If I put my hand on your forehead, do you feel my hand? Or do you feel the sensation of your forehead? You feel your forehead. You can't feel my hands. It's impossible for you to feel my hands. If I punch you, you won't feel my hands. You feel the pain. It's sensation, right? Just like when you fall in love, or when you're in love, or when you love. You don't feel their love. You only feel your love. Only that which is inside can come out. See, if love is not there, then love cannot come out. But let me tell you about love. Love had to be there for that person, your ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, ex-girlfriend, to actually be able to bring it out. But needless to say, it was your love that you experienced, not theirs. We give people too much power over our own feelings. We think that nobody can love me like this again. I can't feel this again. It's your love. You need to learn how to connect to it so that you can feel it whenever you want to feel it. All the time. That's the power.
All the
If I put
time.
my hand on your forehead,
You got to connect to it so you can feel it all the time. I feel love all the time. I do. I feel love all the time. I had someone ask me yesterday on the road, we think you live alone. And I said, what makes you think I live alone? The fact that you feel alone? Why would you think I am alone? Is it the fact that you feel alone? And they looked at me with this blank look. And you know what the reply was? No woman should live alone. According to who? To you? What are you, a priest? My father? My mother? My creator? As far as I'm concerned, the one who created me was me. And he smiled and he looked at me and he goes, fuck, you're right. Some of us are unfortunately too weak to be strong or to heal. Example, person being abused. I was abused. What makes me different to you? I was SA'd. What makes me different to you? I had a knife to my head, I had a knife to my stomach, a gun to my head. What makes me different to anybody? It's a choice. No one is weak. No one is weak. You either choose to be weak or choose not to. Catherine, welcome in. It's an excuse you create in a victim mentality. Was there, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I was in a very toxic relationship. I ran away from that relationship. Only to find out, as much as that toxic person was toxic, so was I. So was I. If they were wrong, I was wrong. If they were right, I was right. What makes me any different? The fact that you don't know what I went through? The fact that I'm sitting here confidently speaking my truth? Do you know what it was like for me to be without food? Does anybody know? Do you all know what it's like to sleep on a cold floor with no blankets in the middle of winter on a -1? Okay, it's not as cold as Canada. So bear in mind, I'm fucking lucky. It was worth it. I had to go through, because that gained my wisdom, that gave me my strength, that gave me my knowing that I am more than what I was thinking I was at. And can I tell you all what happened to me, right? Is I was watching shit movies. I was listening to shit music. I was reading shit books. And because I was feeding my eyes, listening to shit, thinking shit, feeling shit, I was attracting all that shit to me. And when I realized that, I had to change it. So I made the choice to make that change. Did I play the victim while I was there? Fuck yeah, of course I did. I did. I made myself a victim. Oh, it was me. Oh, and it kept coming. And the more I played the victim, the more it kept coming. And the more I says, why is this happening to me? Because the more I was asking for it. Because the more I kept saying, I am sick, I am tired, I am this. The more I became that. The more I became that. And I realized, but wait a minute. It's the way I'm thinking. It's the way I'm talking. It's what I'm doing. It's what I'm saying. They're not matching. I'm lacking something. It's me. The universe, you are the universe. There's nothing outside of you. Universe stands for, and I'm going to show you, lizard, nothing is outside of you. We had this discussion yesterday. I'll post that video on YouTube. It will be on YouTube. Guys, these lives go on YouTube. Just saying. Okay. Universe. I'm going to break it down so you understand what universe means. This was the discussion we had yesterday. It was so good. It was so fucking good that I lost internet. Sad. Okay. Universe. Right. Uni means one. I, verse, song, or symphony. Okay, divine is you. World is you. Universe is you. Source is you. Consciousness is you. Money is you, and in that you is me, us, everything. So you're going to add all of that down there. You're not separate to anything. And if you're seeing yourself separate, then you're not realizing that you are a creator. Because you're not creating, you're destroying. If you don't see this as one our song, because you don't see yourself as the song. You are what you say true. Yes, you are what you are. Your personality becomes your personal reality. Your own personality becomes your personal reality. So if you play the victim, you're going to keep being the victim. And you're either going to lose people or gain the same type of people. And when you gain the same type of people, you're not getting the attention because they want the attention, and you're going to look for others that are trying to save people, and you're going to attract those people into your reality. And they're going to give you tough love, and then you're going to play the victim again, because that's what you do. It's a cycle. It's a repeated pattern you have. Playing the martyr, the victim. Oh, woo is me, oh, woo is me. Thank you so much. Mama, you're welcome, love. If you guys have any questions, ask the question. Okay, so if you are afraid of something, what you're actually afraid is your self-creation. Because if you're afraid of something, you're afraid of yourself. For everything is a mirror. Everything. Everything is a mirror. It's like the water. The water can be anywhere and it still becomes water. So why won't the human be it too? Because it's got water in it too. Are we flowing? When the sea has got rapids, we say what? Oh, the sea's angry, let's run. No, we take out our phones and record it until someone goes and then like, oh, the sea did this. No, the sea was showing and presenting itself as itself. You chose to take your phone and record it instead of saying, right, I need to get out of here because I don't feel safe, so let me go. The relationship of self to other is the complete realization that loving yourself is impossible. Loving yourself is impossible without loving everything defines other. What does impossible stand for? What does impossible stand for? I am possible. Exactly. I am possible. Take out the I. Everything's possible. Take out the I and become the am, because you are am. And when you're going I, you're going hierarchy. I am better than this. I need to protect this. No, guys, you don't need to protect. No one can harm you but you. It's your thoughts that are harming you. Your idea of a thought creates that harm. The river that flows to the ocean doesn't look back to think. Shakespeare didn't ask for this. Exactly, it doesn't say anything. It doesn't even say, I didn't ask for this, it just be. When it comes out of a tap, it doesn't say, look, why am I coming out of a tap? What it does is if you put water in the cup, it becomes the water. If you put it in the lake, it becomes the lake. If you put it in the sea, it becomes the sea. If you put it in a teacup, it becomes a teacup. It's formless, it's shapeless. Why can't you? Your water too. Trees and nature does that. Animals does that. They become formless and shapeless. They don't say, oh, woo is me. I always got panicked attacks about what I thought I was afraid of until I told myself I was not afraid. Exactly. Because if you're fearing it, that means you're recreating it. And the more you fear it, the more you become it. The more you worry, the more it becomes. The more you avoid it, the more it's going to come. Hear me when I say this. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Avoid, block, leave, I was doing that. I need to say, you know what? It is what it fucking is. Just accept them as they are. You don't have to talk. You don't have to talk because silence is a silence. Silence is a voice. Did you all know that silence is a voice? Being silent says a lot more than saying you're an ass. Being silent says more than saying being an ass. Being silent says more than saying go fuck a duck. Inaction. Because even in an inaction, it's still an action. Yes, that's so true. Everything is a mirror. Money is your mirror. Divinity is your mirror. World is a mirror. Universe is a mirror. Source is the mirror. Conscious is the mirror, because everything is you in the idea, thought, thinking of what you think it is. And if you think it's good, that's what you've created, therefore you are. If you think it's bad, that's what you think it, therefore you are. If you think it's ugly, that's what you think, that's what you are. If you think it's horrible, that's what you think, that's what you are. Everything that you ideally, from the broken window, idea becomes. Shirley, trust you're doing well. I know that now. Just to be silent and move on. Yes. Without judgment. Without judgment. By saying, you saying thing, not saying, could mean all things. Yes. Mwah! I trust to know you're doing well, my love. Right. It literally is. Everything is you. Angels are you. Demons are you. Ghosts are you. Everything is you because you're thinking it, you're putting that energy, you're making it real. You're going to be in that reality. You're literally going to experience that. So if someone says, Marcia, did you know it's a full moon? I'm going to say, I don't feed that moon because I don't know what Tom and Dick and Harry is feeding that energy in that moon. So if you think it's a bad moon, there's going to be a Holocaust, and there's going to be storms, and that's what you feed it, that's what you become. Everything is what you think it is, therefore you are. All good. Sweet dreams fly high, my love. All good. Thank you for popping in. Right, so ask yourself, what energy am I feeding? What energy am I focused on? But if I was only focused on myself and I was observing myself with the outside world, how am I coping with the outside world? Because if I think he's got bad energy and he's got bad juju and he's got dark, what am I actually thinking? I am saying that those people are me and I still haven't accepted parts of me. That's what you're actually saying. You are saying that I have not accepted those parts of me. When you are saying that they are faulty, what you're saying is that I'm the fault. Because your consciousness doesn't differentiate. Your consciousness self-I, your ego doesn't identify with anything outside of you. Everything is your mirror. The water doesn't say to the stone or to the fish, get out of my pond. You're shitting in it. It accepts it. You don't see the water tell the fish to get out of my pond. You're shitting in me. It accepts it as it is. It doesn't kick it out. Doesn't talk bad about it. Do you see it? I've never seen it. I've seen humans go in there and dive in and do it. That's what I've done. I've heard, I've seen. I've heard, I've seen, and I've witnessed. Princess, trust you're doing well. Princess gave it, that's what I was waiting for. Princess gave a good thing on Discord, right? For those who don't know, I've got a Discord community of over 300 people in there. And she asked a question. May I share it here? Because I would like to go and dive into it. You're laughing. Do you know how deep that is? I don't think you realize how deep that was. Do you know that you channeled that? Do you know that you channeled that, Princess? Do you know that that was a channeled message? You do, okay. Who wants to hear what Princess said? I'm going to clean the board because I'm going to actually write it. Who wants to hear what Princess said? Princess says, I do. Do you want to talk about it? Should we dive deep into this conversation? Right. She says, I have a question. This is what she said. I have a question. I was hanging up my washing now, and I had a thought. She had a thought. Now, she got to this thought because she was in the live yesterday. Right, Princess? You were in the live yesterday. Right. And the thought is, why do we need to do manifestations? Excuse the writing. Actually, I'm not going to excuse it. I love my fucking writing. If you don't like it, get over it. If we are now and everything is now, wouldn't manifesting something also be a mindset of lack? Or is that overthinking it? Why are doing then at any one time? We are. Everything is. So if everything is, then everything is as it is. It's not a good or a bad. And if you're judging it, therefore you become it. All right, so I'm going to repeat what she said. Right. She had a thought while she was hanging the washing. She was in that present moment. Princess was in that present moment doing the washing line, right? Hanging clothes in the washing line, and all of a sudden this message came up, a thought. Why do we need to do manifestations? If we are in the now and everything is now, why are we manifesting? Why are we manifesting? She gave the answer then. Why are you manifesting? If we are a creator, why are we manifesting? Doubt comes up. I've put lack. What else? What comes up if you ask yourself these questions? Give me those labels. If you are in the now and everything is now, why are we manifesting? She channeled this message. She channeled this message. What's the label? If you had to sit down and read this board, what's the labels that are coming up for you? Angel, welcome in everybody. Why are you manifesting? Layla, who's to say you're not already creating it? Who's to say you're not already creating it? Creators manifest. Manifestation is what? Manifestation is a man that I fest on something. So what does a creator create? A creator creates. A manifester creates. Right. Why are you manifesting? You say create. Create what? What are you creating? Lizard said the now earlier. I think it was Lizard. Rise and shine, Angel. I've stopped trying to manifest and accept the experience that arises. Stop trying. Try means it's a lie. Hi, Pema. The word try, Chuck. I'm doing well, Pema. Right. If you are now, being a human now is a creation. You created yourself in the now. Breathing is a manifestation creation. Seeing is a manifestation creation. Hearing is a manifestation creation. Moving is a manifestation creation. Speaking is a manifestation creation. Bernadette, rise and shine. That's why I put it quotations. I got you. Okay. You being in this present moment is a manifestation creation. I'm going to say this again. Being in this moment, right here, right now, in this live, is a manifestation creation. Getting up, going for a pee is a manifestation creation. Going up, getting to the car and drive is a manifestation creation. Going for a walk is a manifestation creation. Are you all getting where I'm going? Does everybody get where I'm going? Okay. So if you are in this present moment, manifestation creation, breathing is a manifestation creation. Okay. Why are you all manifesting? I'm going to give you another one. I do my gratitude in the morning. I find fault with that. I'll tell you why I find fault. For me, I value everything that I have right here, right now. If it comes, it comes. If it goes, it goes. But I value it for where I have it until it's time for it to leave. And if it leaves, I allow it. So I need to be hear my words, because this is what you all are saying. I need to be grateful for what I have. I'm grateful for my house. I'm grateful for that. Means you are not honoring what you already have. Because someone says to you, you need to be grateful to be able to open doors of opportunities to receive the abundance. That means you've been lacking all this time. Have you been going hungry? Have you been without a roof? Routine of what life should be like. Life should be like to. Anna-Marie, to. Like to. Acceptance. Because we're living in a want and need, right? Do we need to be in a want and need? Being a human is not enough. Lizard, good one though. I love the way. I love the way you said that. Being human is not enough. Do you see a lion or a tree saying that I want something or I need something? It just is, right, Angel? It just is. It just is. Could you live with nothing? And in that something, can you accept it? Can you accept the things that you receive, or are you still finding fault? Someone's looking for a job, they get an interview. I want to know if this is good for me. But didn't you ask for a job? Yeah, but I want to know if this is good for me. Living without gratitude for the present moment, right? So why are we doing gratitude every day? Make that make sense. Oaks don't say they want to be sycamores. Yes. So why is it that we are doing gratitude? Why are we doing gratitude when we should be grateful just the fact that we're breathing? I'm diving deep here. I'm diving deep. Go into yourselves and ask yourselves that question. Why do you have to do gratitude? Why is it that you don't value what you have right here, right now? Who are you comparing yourself to? Because we compare ourselves with the narrative. What narrative? Whose creation? I can see. Do you hear what I'm saying? What we're doing to ourselves as humanity? Do you see what we're doing to ourselves as humanity? And then we play the martyrs. Then we're playing the martyrs. Princess made a good point. The conversation we had yesterday brings us to this point. The conversation we had yesterday brings us to this point, because now that you know you are everything and you are nothing at once, why are you still manifesting? What are you manifesting? What are you manifesting actually? The fact that you don't like being the human that you are because breathing's not good enough, having a cloth on your backside is not good enough, having hair on your head is not good enough, the fact that you can walk is not good enough, the fact that you can talk is not good enough, the fact that you can see is not good enough, the fact that you can hear is not good enough. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. No one, just us. Exactly, Angel. No one, just us. My own, says Princess. The narrative label we attach simulated ideals. Who created it? We did. Who created the attachment? We did. Because if we weren't attached to, I need to be seen, I need to be heard, I need to be perfect, we wouldn't have attached to it, Lizard. Good one. We did, exactly. I think we're doing it for the change. This is growth. There's a reason why we're having this conversation. We did. Just followed everyone else. Thank you, Anna Marie. They're amazing individuals. Everybody is amazing individuals. Anna Marie, we also have a Discord community with free tools that you're welcome to join. It's got free tools. It is for free. Right. So, why do we still feel lack? Princess made a fucking amazing, she made a fucking amazing, why do we come from a place of love? She said there, and everything, she said there, if we are now, and everything is now, wouldn't manifesting something also be the mindset of lack, or is that overthinking it? Was she overthinking it, or was she actually seeing the truth? I'm telling you, she was seeing the truth. Insecure, right. Why are we insecure? Chuck insecurity. So we've got lack, doubt. What else? Come on, dig deep. Let's get those labels out so we can deal with it right now. Truth. She was speaking the truth. Seeing the truth. She was seeing the truth. She was channeling the truth. I know what she was saying there, and I fucking laughed this morning when I saw it. When I saw it, I fucking laughed, and I said, yes! She got it. She got it. She wasn't just hanging the clothes. She channeled. She was in that now. Hanging the clothes, and that thought came from her solar plexus all the way to her crown. Doesn't manifesting mean wanting more, which means you're not grateful for what you have? Now you know why I brought gratitude in. There you go. Take a screenshot of that. The only reason why you want more is because you are fools. You're all fools. You're not happy with what you have, and you're wanting more, and you'll never be happy, because no matter how much more you're gonna get, you're still not gonna be happy, because even now you're not happy with what you have standing in front of you, because standing in front of you, you've given it a good, a bad, a ugly, a wicked, a sad, a thing, a thing, a thing, a thing. You judged it, 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 and then you're a bunch of what? Hypocrites. We're a bunch of hypocrites. Humans are a bunch of hypocrites. Just the fact that you're not grateful being a human is the problem already. Instead of being creators, you're all the fucking destroyers. And when I say you, I'm not taking me out of it, because I am not above you. I'm talking to myself. Trust me, I'm looking at my eye and not at the comments right now. Because if I'm going to point a finger, I've got to point a finger at mine. There's 3 pointing back. I'm talking to me first before I talk to you. Now the time to say that the Beastie Boys song Gratitude. Delissa, welcome in, my love. We're a bunch of fools. We're all a bunch of fools. Bunch of fools. And I'm going to pin this again. I'm going to do this again. The only reason why you're manifesting is because you're not grateful for what you are, what you're having. I'm going to pin this again. Rise and shine, Deliza. If you're not happy and grateful for what you have, you're going to keep manifesting. And no matter what's going to come your way, you're never going to be fucking happy. You know why you're never going to be happy? Just the fact that you are a human being, you're not happy already. That's why they're creating these 3, 6, 9, flat moon, new moon, manifest, full moon, let go. You should be doing it every day. You should be grateful that you got to wake up and experience another day. Instead, it's like, oh, I gotta go to work today. I'm so sick and tired. And then you get sick. Oh, I'm sick today. I want to know what's wrong with me. Oh, I'm finding fault with this one. I'm finding fault with my son. I'm finding fault with my daughter. My husband is this and the day. Because you can't look at your mirror. The day I started looking at my mirror, was the biggest gift I gave to myself. I realized what a big fool I was. I realized what the martyr I was, playing the goody two-shoes, but deep down in the ranch, shit is a shit is a shit. Doesn't matter what toilet you're going to go to. Doesn't matter what toilet paper you're going to use. A shit is a shit is a shit. It doesn't matter how much glitter. It doesn't matter how much product. A shit is a shit is a shit. My mirror became my biggest gift to myself. To myself. Whether I was barefoot or whether I had shoes, a shit was a shit with a shit. I've played all those parts. Thank you, Emily. Thank you and welcome. Welcome, guys. Right. I've played all those parts only to realize that all these parts that I was playing, I ended up judging. Make that make sense, Marcia? And I'm like, what is the ultimate being? Being the human is the ultimate. Being an ant is the ultimate. Just being that thing is the ultimate. The fact that you chose to be it is the ultimate. But here we are, lacking, doubting, hating. Megs, welcome in. Taking over the world, Megs. That's what we're doing to ourselves. Finding fault. Judging. Hating. And then you say, I love. I've got unconditional love. You cannot pay unconditional love if you're still finding fault with someone. Huh? How can you be unconditional love if you're still finding fault with something? I told my cat, listen, you've been an ass yesterday. You know what my cat said? That's love. Do you think my cat was wrong? Fuck no. That was like, Marcia, wake up. Nature teaches us. Ahmed, trust you're doing well. I'm grateful for the conversation from yesterday and today. So am I. Someone was saying to me yesterday, and I could smell it. They said, yeah, I struggle because I'm addicted to smokes. I said, that's not smokes. And then they tell me, it's medicinal. I said, as much as you're going to lie to yourself, keep lying. Because you're going to keep creating those fucking shadows. I know why I do this. I know why I did this. I know what ego part I did this. Can I tell you? Do you want to know how I created this? I'll tell you. I used to drink alcohol. I used to smoke. I had a boyfriend. I was getting sex. And then all of a sudden I was cleansing all those parts of me. I was eating junk food. And I cleansed all. I no longer eat junk food. I started meditating. I started doing this. And I'm like, wait a minute. Can't I just have one? what I did to myself? Did you see what I did to myself? So how many times do we do this to ourselves? Giving her taste of our own medicine, yeah. I have done a meditation. Nice. Congratulations. My ex-husband came to visit our daughter and he smoked cigarettes. And oh, the smell is divine. Congratulations in quitting. But you guys hear what I'm telling you. I'm aware of what I did. I'm aware of what I am doing. I had this discussion on last week's podcast. This week's podcast is going to be even more fucking mind-blowing. I was reading a book. And in this book, the guy is saying, I accept all belief systems. But then, towards the end of the book, saying, if you're doing yoga, it's wrong. If you're doing Buddha, it's wrong. If you're doing Hinduism, it's wrong because this is the right way. Because if you're doing all of that other stuff, you're a fool. Well, close the book. Fuck off. I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to finish reading this book. How can you say in the beginning of the book you accept all belief systems because they add value, and then towards the end of the book say they're all fucking wrong and yours right? What makes yours more right than theirs? A belief system is a belief system is a belief system is a belief system. Make that make sense, huh? And you call yourself a guru? What fucking guru are you? To make you think that you're more than that. Because if you're going to peel that motherfucking onion, there's going to be nothing in it. When you peel that onion, there's going to be nothing left in that onion. You are selling and you call yourself a what? You are selling a what? A scam? Who the fuck are you talking about? Yourself? The only reason why you see something as a scam is because you're doing nothing with your life and you're now going into someone's life and judging them. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Imant came into a live, made an assumption, finding fault with what someone's doing because they're too fucking lazy to find fault in themselves. How sad is that? What makes Iman more better than me? Love, light? Is it the love that I have and the light that I have? What is it? The fact that I'm actually doing something with my life that's pissing you off? The fact that I'm here giving seeds, it's pissing you off? Shame. You must be miserable with your life. Go find a mirror, brother. Once you find that mirror, tell me what you're lacking, because it's definitely one of these, or all of them at the same time. The perfect name, though. Carol, welcome in. Welcome in. We should ask ourselves, why is it that we still find fault if someone is going for a walk? If they're wearing Nikes, or if they're wearing a watch, or if they're just wearing nothing? Why are we still doing this? Why would we want to do this? Why would we want to continue being these martyrs? It's like when they come into my life and say, repent. For what? Killing your mother? What? Repent to what? To your way of thinking that I must do what? Here you are killing people and then bowing down to someone that you fucking killed in the first place? Make that make sense. Buddha said, find your peace, not bow down to me. But it didn't say find a photo of me and bow down to my photo. He didn't say build the building and bow down to the building. I connected to Buddha. I don't remember him saying that. I remember him getting angry. When Jesus got angry, nobody remembers that. Apparently it's in the Bible somewhere because I asked, right? Have you ever got angry? He went into a temple and kicked out a whole bunch of people that was in the temple. Nobody remembers that he actually got angry. They only remember him being the fucking liars. You can't express who you are because it's shit being a human. Make that make sense. I don't get that either. Pussy, rise and shine. Join, just passing to say hi. All good, my love. Was it the tax collectors? I don't remember. He also broke down a market in front of the temple. There you go. Right? Nobody tells about what Buddha also did. Oh, no. What everybody is saying is you can't be angry, you can't be sad, you can't be happy. You have to control your emotions, keep them boxed. But still be peace. And if someone comes with a knife, you must just say, I'm love and light. Let them stab you. Because it's right. Can you see it? Trust you doing well? Doesn't make it right. The fact that I can't be angry. I found that the oldest get, the less judgmental and jealous. What? I find that the older I get, the less judgmental and jealous I become of others. But is it age? Or is it the fact that you're starting to accept things as they are? I personally believe it's got nothing to do with age. But I hear you, Charlie. I hear you. I wouldn't know. I've only read the first page of the Bible and then... Princess, I also never read the Bible, not gonna lie. No, wait, forgive me, that was a lie. I retract that. I read Genesis and then I found fault in it and then I didn't read it again. And then I went to sleep and I had dreams of demons and I believed there was something wrong with the Bible. So I stopped reading it, but that was because I judged it through a belief. See, Sandy, I trust in you doing. Just be the good and the bad. That's right. Danielle and I actually had a conversation. Wisdom. Yes. It's the small foxes that ruin the vineyard. But is it the small foxes that ruin the vineyard? Or is the ones witnessing the vineyard being destroyed that's made a judgment of it? I like it. It's the small foxes that ruin the video. That's a fucking good one, by the way. It's not age, it's experience. There is nothing to change outside yourself, only from within you. Well said. Can you see that? I love your wisdom. Look at you guys sharing your fucking wisdom. Keep sharing. The Germany told me to write a letter to Jesus so I could be accepted in the church because human was fucked up. Hi, where did you get that t-shirt? It's been a long time. I used to work for the company. Or is the vineyard that took up space in the habitat? Ha ha! Who's at fault? The fox or the vineyard? Nicely said. This is deep combo, right? So I told him, why must I get judged by you to be accepted? Fact. Moramaki! Dumelang! I trust to know you're doing well. Look at you guys shining and illuminating your wisdom. So, if you have these parts of you, love these parts of you, right? I'm going to play those 3 videos again and I want you guys to listen. Carol, that's why I'm playing. I need you to hear it. Okay. Forgive me for calling you out, but I want you to hear it. I walked out of the... Can I tell you what happened to me? Do you guys want to hear what happened to me at church? It's kind of funny. Yeah, then I also get with the program. Right, so my mom used to go to church. Take us to church. My mom used to take us to church every Sunday morning. And when we got into the church, I'd listen to the sermon, the blah, blah, fish cakes. And when we came out, everyone's like, oh, look what she's wearing. Look at, and then I said to my mother, do people only go to church to show off their brand new clothes that they bought for the week? So my mother's like, wait, this is showing a bad thing about church, and I don't want my kids to think bad about it. Now, bear in mind, it's not my brothers, it's me. It's not my older brother and it's not my younger brother. It was only me bringing this up to my mother. Only me, right? Okay. So my mother started to go to the evening mass on Saturdays. Now on evening mass Saturdays, people used to go casual, t-shirts, jeans, you know. They'd still brush their teeth and wash their hair, you know, but they would go casual. It wasn't like these sparky walkies, right? Okay, and everything started to go well, and I wouldn't say anything. But then came to one day, right, my father had done something stupid, okay? It wasn't stupid. It was society stupid. According to society, it was stupid. So we went into the church, we got out of the church, and as we got out of the church, this woman approaches my mother and says, I heard your husband left you because you weren't sexually active in bed. My mother didn't reply. I replied, I heard your husband is sleeping with non-racial, because they were very racist in that time period. And she got triggered. My mother got upset because I opened my mouth and I defended her. She took me by the ears and took me in the car. Okay. Years later, I get into church, and here is the priest talking about rugby. Everybody went up to the priest and said, nice sermon. Nice sermon. I went to the priest, and my mother was trying to push me away because she knew. I had apparently this face. She said I had this face. When I had this face, I was ready to speak my truth, right? I got up to the priest, and the priest I said, if I wanted to watch rugby, I would have just not come here, switched on the TV and watched rugby. Instead, I fucking wasted 1 hour of my fucking time, precious time. And these were my words. I said fuck. To come and listen to fucking bullshit. I don't understand how rugby's got to do anything with the name of God. The priest was shocked. Mind you, you all know I'm loud. I don't hide the fact that I'm loud. I do not. That day, my mother took us home, and she just said, I brought you up as a Catholic. From here on forth, you get to choose whatever belief system you want from here on. And I was like, okay. The last church I went to, it seemed like they were competing with who was putting more money in the box. And they had the cash box open 3 times. Oh, wow. You know, every belief system has faults, but every belief system has value. Because deep down, if you look at the scriptures, they all add value. Those scriptures have seeds to remember, to allow you to remember who you are when you're no longer bowing to outside of you and now within you. Do you guys hear what I'm saying? Do you hear what I'm saying? So to sit there and read a book and say, you know, that all belief systems are good, and then say that my belief system is more better than yours, you're a fucking fool, for fuck's sakes. Was just going to ask if you were Catholic. No. I was brought up Catholic, Anna, but I am no longer. I was talking about the 1994. I tell you. I have nothing against sports. I don't have anything against sports, but it is what it is. But I don't feed my energy where I don't want to. I don't feed it. Rise and shine, Dee. Rise and shine, Tatiana. Welcome in. Okay, guys, are you ready to listen? Keep tapping that screen while you're listening. I'm going to play it twice. I didn't close this. Oh, here it is. Okay, listen, Lindas. I preach this every fucking day. According to someone who was in my live the other day, said, get out of your live and stop preaching, because I teach. Preaching is teaching and teaching is preaching. But I practice what I preach. I walk my walk, I talk my talk. And if I don't walk my walk and talk my talk, then you know I'm bullshit. I was also brought up strict Catholic, but now not so much. I hear you. Listen to what he says. Listen.
Beautiful thing that a person can give to you or that you could give to a person is your completely unfiltered personality from what's going on in here and in here coming out, giving you a filterless view of exactly what you're feeling and thinking in every given moment. The second they change it a bit, alter it, I'm not seeing a true piece of art, a true person. I want to be able to give that to somebody. The most beautiful thing a person can do that is receiving that is give their unwavering attention back to that person. The most beautiful thing that a person can give to you or that you could give to a person is your completely unfiltered personality from what's going on in here and in here coming out, giving you a filterless view of exactly what you're feeling and thinking in every given moment. The second they change it a bit, alter it, I'm not seeing a true piece of art, a true person. I want to be able to give that to somebody. The most beautiful thing a person can do that is receiving that is give their unwavering attention back to that person. The most beautiful thing that...
Right. Hold on, I'm not done. Listen.
Allowed to be attracted to a person and just be friends with that person. That's not a friends with benefits thing. That's not some weird, strange, polyamorous type of thing. This is a healthy way of going about dating. What we are taught to do in traditional dating that teaches courtship is to practice romantic things, relationship things before the relationship. Holding hands and all of those type of things that go along with a relationship. Mm-hmm. We're saying we are going to save the romantic stuff for the relationship and just practice a friendship even if we're attracted to that person. You're allowed to be attracted to a person and just be friends with that person. That's not a friends with benefits thing. That's not some weird, strange, polyamorous type of thing. This is a healthy way of going about dating. What we are taught to do in traditional dating that teaches courtship is to practice romantic things, relationship things before the relationship. Holding hands and all of those type of things that go along with a relationship. Mm-hmm. We're saying we are going to save the romantic stuff for the relationship and just practice a friendship even if we're attracted to that person. You're allowed to be attracted to a person and just be friends with that person. That's not...
You're allowed to be attracted to a person and just be friends. Okay. Listen again to this.
Permanent genetic modification is illegal under Federation law. Slavery was once legal.
I need the toilet.
Apartheid was legal. Discrimination against people for how they worshipped, how they loved, their gender, color of their skin. All legal at one time or another. A law does not make something just. I'm not saying the Federation means to do harm. Their experience with genetic modification, the eugenics wars, was horrific. The pain that Earth felt unimaginable. The Federation built a utopia in its wake, and in an effort to protect that utopia, they became blinded by a centuries-old fear, so much so that they have, perhaps unknowingly, become persecutors. My client is only here because of who she is, and because she felt she had no other choice than to hide that fact. Just like the millions before her who were forced to hide how they worshipped, how they loved, what they truly looked like, because it made others uncomfortable. Because it made others afraid. If a law is not just, then I ask, how are we to trust those who created that law to serve justice? Permanent genetic modification is illegal under Federation law. Slavery was once legal. Apartheid was legal. Discrimination against people for how they worshipped, how they loved, their gender, color of their skin. All legal at one time or another. A law does not make something just. I'm not saying the Federation means to do harm. Their experience with genetic modification, the eugenics wars, was horrific. The pain that Earth felt unimaginable. The Federation built a utopia in its wake, and in an effort to protect that utopia, they became blinded by a centuries-old fear, so much so that they have, perhaps unknowingly, become persecutors. My client is only here because of who she is, and because she felt she had no other choice than to hide that fact. just like the millions before her who were forced to hide how they worshipped, how they loved, what they truly looked like, because it made others uncomfortable, because it made others afraid. If a law is not just, then I ask, how are we to trust those who created that law to serve justice?
Why do we hate being our human self? That's my question. Why do we hate being our human self? Right, the other one. How do lobsters grow?
How do lobsters grow? Well, I don't care how lobsters grow. But I was interested in it. And it points out that a lobster is a soft, mushy animal that lives inside of a rigid shell. That rigid shell does not expand. Well, how can the lobster grow? Well, as the lobster grows, that shell becomes very confining. And the lobster feels itself under pressure and uncomfortable. It goes under a rock formation to protect itself from predatory fish, casts off the shell, and produces a new one. Well, eventually, that shell becomes very uncomfortable as it grows, right? Back under the rocks. Good. And the lobster repeats this numerous times. The stimulus for the lobster to be able to grow is that it feels uncomfortable. Okay? Now, if lobsters had doctors, they would never grow. Because as soon as the lobster feels uncomfortable, goes to the doctor, gets a Valium, gets a Percocet, feels fine. Never gets off its shell. So I think that we have to realize that times of stress are also times that are signals for growth. And if we use adversity properly, we can grow through adversity.
What he's trying
How
to
do
say
lobsters
there,
grow?
what he's actually trying to say there, when you are uncomfortable, that is your growth. But instead of seeing it as growth, you're finding it as fault. Are you guys hearing what I'm saying? And then what you do is you go into a flight and fight mode. That's what you as humanity, and when I say you, I'm calling me. Everybody is a you. You means me, us, I, we, all, everybody, everyone. Learn from nature. A tree doesn't find fault with the tree. An animal doesn't find fault with an animal. Why is we as human finding fault with human? We should ask ourselves these questions. Why are we finding fault with ourselves? Why are we constantly judging? Because, oh, I feel discomfort. Something's not right. Did you ever think that maybe you're growing and you're evolving and you're coming to enlightenment? Did anybody think of that? Oh, I got the flu. Maybe you got rid of shit and your body is adjusting. Did anybody think of that? You don't see the lobster go to the doctor and seek a Valium. You don't see the doctor you don't see a lobster go to the doctor and say, I need a knee replacement, a heart replacement, a kidney replacement. Why? Because the lobster doesn't eat shit like we do. You need to look after your body. Oh, I'm a teenager. I can smoke weed. I can drink alcohol. I can do this. I can do that. And then you get to a certain age. Now you want to fix your body. You didn't value what you had then. What makes you think you're going to value it now? Your conviction? Why are we constantly wanting more? Because we're not valuing what we have right here, right now. When life is comfortable, there is no need for growth and change. When discomfort is experienced. Really? Change is born, right? When life is comfortable, it becomes what? If life is comfortable, it becomes what? Stagnant. And what becomes stagnant? I think I'm safe. That's what you've created. I think I'm safe. But someone comes in and disturbs that peace. Now you don't feel safe anymore? What now? The world's against me? Is that what we are doing as human? I'm glad you brought that up, Kanyusele. We all need to hear this. As much as I'm saying it, we all have to hear this. I have to hear it. You have to hear it. I talk my talk. I walk my walk. When I'm saying you, I've got 3 fingers pointing back. I'm grateful you brought that up. Listen to this one. Fake spirituality.
Do not care about how much yoga you can do, whether you can stand on your head and breathe sunlight up
Carol.
your butt. I do not care how much ayahuasca you have drunk, or how many ceremonies
what
you
he
have
said.
attended, and how
Hold on.
many psychedelics you can handle.
Hear what he's saying with an open mind and no judgment. Because when I first heard this, I judged it. Not gonna lie. I judged it. And for those who know me, know why. Right. But listen to what he said, because he makes a good point. Sweet dreams, fly high, love. Thank you for sharing your precious time. Thank you for sharing your precious energy. Okay, listen.
Do not care about how much yoga you can do, whether you can stand on your head and breathe sunlight up your butt. I do not care how much ayahuasca you have drunk, or how many ceremonies you have attended, and how many psychedelics you can handle. I do not care how often you go to church, pray, meditate. If you don't walk your talk, if your actions do not match your words, you have a long journey of growth ahead of you. I do not care about how much yoga you can do, whether you can stand on your head and breathe sunlight up your butt. I do not care how much ayahuasca.
I've said this to you guys. I don't care how much sunlight you've got up your butt, but if you don't talk your talk and walk your walk, you are fucking lying to me and you're lying to yourself. I've called many of you out. Many. Doesn't matter how much meditation you're doing, yoga you're doing, how much sun you're putting up your a-hole, you're still not being authentic. Because if you're still hiding and you're not presenting your unfiltered form, you're still people pleasing. And if you're still people pleasing, you're still hiding. You're hiding.
This fucking awesome quote from him that said, unspoken expectations are premeditated resentments.
I resonate.
Jesus Christ. Unspoken expectations are premeditated resentments. And, you know, when you're talking about that, I will maybe keep my feelings to myself. I won't really mention something that's either bugging me or that I wish that I would bring up. But you get the sense that the other person should know or might know or could know or whatever. And after a while, you almost end up building a conversation with yourself about the thing that you never said to the person who didn't know it. This fucking awesome quote from him.
I love that. I got that at the time when I was dealing with my own expectations that I was creating. And I realized I was creating this. I was going within myself. And then this video came into my face and I was like, I get it. I fucking get it. I know what I'm doing. It's nice to feel me. I love that, Fee. Listen to what this guy says about money. I'll actually read it afterwards.
We just discovered something by discussing with him. Moolah is money. Mooladhar means money is the real base. So when your power is rising of money, Moolah, you go to Sadhisthana, you are satisfied in yourself. Then you go higher and go to Manipur Chakra. Money means jewels. And you are in a condition to buy any jewel. Then you rise high and you establish an Anahat Chakra. That means whatever sound you will make, the whole world will listen. After you cross this, you reach the Vishuddha Chakra. Everything is pure for you because money purifies everything. Then you rise above, you will reach the Agya Chakra. Agya Chakra means then everybody will follow your orders. Agya. Then you reach Sahasrara. That means you will multiply your money more than 1,000 times. That is the secret of awakening of the Kundalini.
The secret of the awakening of the awakening of the Kundalini, right? It's from your root to your crown. But he used money. Daz, trust you're doing well. He used money as the inception because you're all chasing money. You're all chasing love. You're all chasing a thing because you don't see it as it, right? So he says, Mullah is money. Muladhar means money is the real base, root. Thank you for the gifts, Daz. Very grateful. Right. You go to the Swadhisthana. You are satisfied in yourself, your sacral. Then you go higher and you go to the Manipur chakra. Mani means jewels, and you are the condition by any jewels. Your solar, the jewel solar. Okay. Then you rise and you establish the Anhata chakra. That means whatever sound you will make, the whole world will listen. Your throat chakra. After you cross this, you reach the Visuddha chakra. Everything is pure for you because money purified everything. It's your heart and your third eye. You start seeing things from a clear spectrum. Right. Then you rise above and you will reach the Agya chakra. Agya chakra means that everybody will follow your orders. That means your thoughts. Your thoughts. Andrea, trust you doing well, my love. Then you reach Sahasra. That means you will multiply money more than 1,000 times. That is the secret awakening of the Kundalini. I get a blockade in the throat chakra. I'm working on it. The only reason why your throat's blocked is because you're not speaking your truth. You're not presenting yourself in an unfiltered way. You're still people pleasing. Throat chakra is that. Africa, people united. We are already united. I don't see us separate. Thank you for the gifts, Pretty. Thank you for the perfume. I'm very grateful. I trust to know you're doing well. How do we do these? How do you do the chakras? How do you manifest? Andrea! Thank you, my love. Happy weekend to you, my beautiful. We had this discussion now. Princess, take that crown off your fucking crown, spit on it, polish it, and put it back on. What did we discuss? What did we discuss earlier in the live? What did we discuss earlier in the live? Wenna? Yolandi, rise and shine. I'm good, thank you. Good, love. We're done. Can you repeat what you said about the throat chakra? The throat chakra is you're not presenting yourself in an unfiltered. You're not being authentic. I got you. Right. Why do we need to manifest? If we are everything now, and everything is now, why are we manifesting? It's because of all of this. We're doing it to ourselves. Welcome from Malaysia. Regina, welcome in, my love. Right. So what is your chakra? Princess, what is your chakra? It's everything that you are. So if you accept all parts of you, all your chakras are open. I am, therefore I am. Right. What is the I? The identity you give it. What is the am? You it already. It's the now. The am is the now. The I is the ego. The am is the now. Do you need the I to become the am? Or can the am be without the I? Guys, can the am be without the I? Yes, it can. You can be without the ego, but you cannot go without the am. Because the existence is the am, which is your consciousness, your source, your everything that you see outside of you is the am. So you're the money, the people, the blah, 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 blah. The world, the universe is the am. The universe, the world, the source, the consciousness, the angels, the whatever is the am. It's the all. The am is the all. Since I accepted from me, I'm happy with it. Love that. I mean, yes, it can be just am. You lie. You lie like the 4th of July. Why are you people pleasing? Just because you said no, did you think it was wrong? Don't fucking lie now, princess. I'll call you out on your bullshit. Stop people pleasing. I accept you as you are, you nana. You're such a people pleaser. I said no, and then I'm like, I meant actually, you meant no. All the cells are beautiful, but this is what we do as humans. Listen to this. Oh, fuck, it's wait, hold on. I can't play it. It's not going to play. Shit. Damn it.
Upset when bicycles showed up. Right? Like if everyone's starting to go around on bicycles, no one
Jody.
said, oh my God, we've just ruined society.
Yes,
Like
Maki.
bicycles are affecting people, they're pulling people away from their kids, they're ruining the fabric of democracy, people can't tell what's true. Like we never said any of that stuff about a bicycle. If something is a tool, it genuinely is just sitting there, waiting, patiently. If something is not a tool, it's demanding things from you. It's seducing you. It's manipulating you. It wants things from you. And we've moved away from having a tools-based technology environment to an addiction and manipulation-based technology environment. That's what's changed. Social media isn't a tool that's just waiting to be used. It has its own goals, and it has its own means of pursuing them by using your psychology against you.
There are only two industries that call customers users: illegal drugs and software. I resonate with that, by the way. I do find fault in social media. People are looking at social media to find love. What you're actually doing is you're finding people to manipulate. That's what you're doing. Will the tool or will the will you? Absolutely. Fact and fact. Listen. So Maki asks, spirits are you? Remember I said to you guys yesterday, where you place your focus, you put in your energy, and wherever you put in your energy, therefore it becomes. Nothing is real until you focus on it and it becomes real. So if you're looking for spirits, you'll find spirits. If you're looking for whatever you're thinking, feeling, saying, you become it. And it depends on the consciousness. So if you are following astrology, whatever's been fed in that astrology is the energy you embody. I'm giving you guys an example. So say, for example, you're vegetarian. Whatever energy is in vegetarianism, that's the energy that you're going to embody. That's the symphony, the song, and that's the world environment you are going to be in until you've judged someone or something. Once you've judged it, you've become it. Because your ego I, doesn't identify anything outside of you, identifies as you. So if you say that person's bad, what you're actually talking about is yourself, and you're going to be that person to another person, and you won't see it because you're too judgmental. That's why I keep away from the dead. What makes something dead? The fact that we believe it's dead. What if I tell you nothing dies? What then? What if I told you, Fee, nothing dies? Everything exists right here, right now. What is a spirit? You are a spirit. So you're avoiding yourself with yourself? Spirits are you. Demons are you. Angels are you. Consciousness is you. Energy is you. We had this discussion with yesterday. Angels are you. What else? Ask me and I'll tell you. And when I say you, I'm actually saying me, us, we, I, all, everything. It's everything and nothing. Because you believed it, you created it, you made it to be true. But if you don't think about it, you don't feed it, you don't follow it, you don't hear about it, you won't know it existed. We don't die. It's all an illusion. Death is an illusion created by ourselves. Nothing is real until you've placed that identity. Once you've identified it, you're going to experience it because you're choosing it. And there's nothing wrong with that, guys, because you grow from that and you evolve from that. I had to go through what I went through so I could evolve from it and learn from all aspects of what's it like to be all types of humanity. Because I chose to be a human in this now. Do I live in the past now? No, I live in the now. Do I live in the future now? No, I live in the now. I know they exist, but won't go there. But you are it. Fee. You are it. It's not outside of you. It's you creating you in a different form, in a different way. We as everything. Yes, we are everything and nothing at the same time. Reincarnation came from an idea by a human being who was limited. They saw a vision of themselves and they thought they were reincarnated. But what they were actually experiencing, they were experiencing a thought of a consciousness memory. So you'll see a lot of people say, I can read your Akashic record. What they're actually reading is their own Akashic record. In the now, the South African, I'll get it to... Shh. Don't spread the now of South Africa. Us South Africans are very bright. Nodding my head in response so much it may fall off the shoulders. Megs! Guys, can we tap to 100K? I love watching birds. The birds are you. And if you love watching the birds and you don't like watching humans, that means you've divided yourself as a human. You don't like being human. That means you need to change the concept. I love you too. Would you say physical conditions in body are identifications? Yes. They are identifications, attachments that you've created through a belief. A belief that you've carried. Yo, Marcy, the day I heard you say we don't die and everything is who we are, light came on. Right? It's like someone says, I'm afraid to speak that way, then you're not being honest. Everything is you. Nothing is outside of you. Everything is you. So today's conversation was a beautiful concept of a thought that Princess put on Discord. So if you don't know, I've got a Discord community. Anyone and everyone is welcome. And she wrote there, while she was hanging the clothes on the line, she wrote there a thought. Why do we need to manifest if we are everything in this now and everything is now? Why do we manifest? Does it come from a place of lack? Because if you are it already, why are you manifesting? And then I brought up gratitude. Because if you are putting your gratitude every day, that means you're not grateful for what you have right here and right now. And you're lying to yourself and you're trying to force yourself to be something that you're not. Money is you. We just had that discussion with that Okipanoki. Money is you. It's not outside of you. It's your thought belief that makes you think. Like, I'll give you an example. I was brought up to think that money is evil. I was also brought up to think that you have to work hard to receive. Only to find out that I don't have to fucking do anything. I am it already. And if I want it, I just think it, believe it, know it, and forget about it, and it's there. If we don't die, then my ancestors are very much a part of me. Do you mean outside of my thoughts? Your ancestors are you. They're not outside of you. Your mother is you. Your father is you. Your ancestors are you. We created it to create a story, to experience, to evolve, because we're too fucking bored. That's what we as creators did. So we created humans and now we hate being a human. Make that make sense. Without money, I'm going to be in the streets. If that's what you believe, that's what you're going to be. Yes, I was recently told money is dirty. Yeah. Rami! You changed your name to Faye Das? When did you do that? Was it today or yesterday? Because I didn't realize you did it yesterday. Neo, I see you. Welcome and thank you for tapping that screen. Everything is you. If you're bowing down to outside of you, you are literally abandoning you. Yesterday night, I thought so. My mother is awful. I'm not my mother. Okay. What is your view in mediums? What view do I have? They have a belief system. That's what they want to experience. That's what they are, and that's what they're doing. They're just connecting to the conscious. That's it. I can also do that. If you want me to connect to your mother, I can. Everybody can do it. That means you haven't forgiven, Fee. That's your limitation, my love. You cannot be free if you still hate. You cannot be love if you still hate. Just another question. Yes, it's just another question. I have already. We can all do it. No one is above, no one is below. You just have to be open to be in that reality, because it's a reality you shift to. Gratitude changed my life worldview of slowing my pace to myself. Firstly, the good, bad, and ugly. Yes, Migs. So why do you have to remind yourself to be grateful when you should be already happy with who you are and what you are? So why do we have to do gratitude? That's what I was asking today. The mediums are you, Fee. The mediums are you. It's your belief systems that limits you to all that you are. Nothing is bad, nothing is good until you've judged it, then you become it, and then you're going to experience it, and it's going to bite you in the ass. So guys, don't judge because you're going to become it. Do I figure out what the people are who are in my life? Do I figure out who the people are who are in my life to figure out what I don't like about myself? Yes. Everyone you meet, princess, is showing something about yourself to yourself because you invented them and they invented you. Nothing is less, nothing is more. It's your judgment, perception, deceptive eye, broken window that gives it a judgment. Gary, welcome in. To be in the present. Yes, being in the now is very important. So I just stay away. Well, Fee, then you should unfollow me, love. You really should unfollow me because you won't like what I do. How to get to unconditional love. Why do you say unconditional? What's unconditional about love? Is this just acceptance and allowing? Ask. Delissa, what is unconditional? Religion, gifts, and all the toys we use and decide which one to keep. That's right, Maki. That's right. I'm looking for shit. We're all shit. If I'm looking for shit, then I'm shit. You shit. We all shit. Everybody is the same. No one's different, Fee. And if you think you're better than me, then you should unfollow me and block me. DNA is time travel. So we are literally the future your ancestors hoped for. No, Cherie. That's a lie. Another man-made concept of defining that you are more than less than someone else. What is DNA? Deceptive natural autonomy? What is DNA? I found that the connection with my baby son that passed was healing. Yeah. That's why you can use it to heal. To heal the concept of self, because the baby is a part of you. It came through you. You've got to understand it's not outside of you. It's inside of you. So whether you perceive it as there or not there, it's still you. It's still something that is you. And it's part of all that you are. And it's like a story. It's like, think of it this way, guys. It's like you're writing a story to find yourself as being a human, to be all parts of that human, and in the end, can you accept being that ultimate human being? Once you've become that ultimate human being, right? Once you understand the ultimate human being, you then can decide to be something outside. In other words, you can be a tree, you can be a mountain, you can be the sky, you can be the water. So you can be anything you choose to be. But in this now, you are everything, because everything is a thought within a thought within a thought within a thought, which is creation. Nothing is outside of you. It's all a projection of inside. So if you focused on that, therefore you created. DNA is an isolation method. No, it's not. That's a belief system created by man. DNA is a blueprint. No, it's not. Manifestation of a man. My name's meaning is tree. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I fucking love that. Do you see how you're all creating new labels to find fault of being a humanity? because human is faulty? Think about it. Think about it. Do you see how you're finding things outside of you? First, it's a blueprint. What is a blueprint? Let me tell you what a blueprint is. A blueprint is an idea, which is a focus that you put in, which becomes, what is that? A belief system. It's a belief system. Why is it that you won't accept being a human? Why are you guys trying to find fault being a fucking human? Why? Why are you going to keep hating each other? Why are you going to keep hating each other? Why are you going to keep hating each other? Why are you going to keep hating yourself for being yourself? Why are you going to keep trying to find something outside of you because you can't accept all parts of you? Ask yourselves this. Ask. Go deep within yourselves and ask yourselves, why am I listening to someone creating an illusion and feeding that energy that's not real because I don't identify myself as a self? Ask yourselves that question. I kept asking myself this. Why is this? Why is this? Why is that? I need to find out that we are nothing. And being nothing is what? We were stopped by a policewoman. Huh? Being a human is beautiful and powerful. Absolutely, Anita. I agree with you. We are beautiful. We are unique. So why is it that we hate and finding fault with each other? Is it because we talk different, dress different, look different, speak different, say different, feel different? What is fucking fault with being who you are? Why is it that you're still going to... Who is conditioning you when you are choosing it? Why are we saying condition when you are the one in control of yourself? How can someone control you when you are the one owning you? Am I telling you to jump off a fucking cliff? If I tell you jump off the fucking mountain, you mean to tell me because I told you to jump off the mountain, you're going to jump off the mountain? Come on. Stop blaming other people. You choose it. You're choosing it. You are choosing it because you don't trust yourself. It's not the teachers, it's not the parents, it's not the schools, it's us. I'm at fault. I am faulty because I chose that. But you know what? I'm not faulty. I was never broken after all. I was never broken after all because all I was doing is just being a human after all. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with me. Until someone tries to say there is. Well, to you, not to me. If I take a fart, you mean to tell me you're not farting? If you take a shit, you mean to tell me you're not shitting? If I say fuck, you mean to tell me you're not saying fuck? What makes anybody better than anybody? What makes anybody better than anybody? Please read Man's Search for Meaning. I won't. You know why? Because this last book will always say you keep searching because you don't want to look at yourself. So instead of reading the book, go to the mirror, find yourself and see yourself, and then you will know yourself. Because there is no book out there that has more meaning than you looking at you and looking at those three fingers back at you and why you're trying to change everybody because you don't like who you are as a person. Think about it. I did that. I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about myself. I dreamt of my son who has passed away. He was driving a car and I was sitting in the back of the car. Yes, that means you haven't let go of a pain and you're revisiting that. That means in your neurons, in your brain, you're subconsciously repeating that because you're still attached to it. Neo, welcome in. You were ugly to me. No, I wasn't. You told me not to do something, and I said to you, if you think I'm not going to do it, I'm going to do it anyway. Don't tell me what to do. I wasn't horrible. I spoke my truth. And if you don't like what I said, fuck off. It's simple. Guys, I am not telling you to stay here. If you don't like what I say, fuck off. Simple. I'm not here to entertain anybody. I'm just here to share my truth. And those that resonate will resonate, and those that don't, don't. I'm not trying to indoctrinate you. I'm trying to make you see that you are the one in control of yourself. Stop being fucking sheep and start owning your own fucking shit. Stop playing the victim, stop playing the martyr, and stop trying to tell people what to fucking do. Be yourself. Be unique you. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. You were never broken. Being human is beautiful. Start with yourself first and foremost. Absolutely. They said we needed a savior and we believed it without questioning. Why will I need one? Exactly. Save who from who? Save yourself from yourself? Make that make sense. We were stopped by a policewoman. In your dream, looking at myself in the mirror long enough is scary. Why? Exactly. Why is it scary? Ask yourself, what have you created in your mind about yourself, McGee? If what needs saving is within us. Exactly. I love what you say. Just remember what I'm saying is what is in your heart. People don't understand your point of view. They don't need to. They don't have to, Neil. They'll either resonate and they don't. That just means they're not ready. There's nothing wrong with her. She's fine. I love her anyway. But I'm not going to stop being who I am because she wants me to do something I don't want to. I have all my gifts. I have all my abilities. Does that mean just because someone says I'm a stop? No. I'm still going to be me. And TikTok wants to know if I'm an alien. And they gave me a windmill. What does a windmill signify? What does a windmill signify? Be like the wind. Listen to the wind. Be still. Be now. Yes, in my dream. So what is it that you are worried about, C. Sandy? Who's the police? Who does the police represent to you as you? Queen Marius. Queen Marius. You're shining and illuminating. I am both wound and healer, forgiving my ancestors, liberators, me to become. You are the ancestors. I'm going to repeat this again. What else can I add? Mother, father, uncle, aunt, sister, brother, grandfather, grandmother, demons, angels, ancestors, conscious dimensions, world, universe. What else can I add? Mediums, teleporters, aliens. For the life of me, I can't think of anything. Spirits. I think I did put spirits. I'm not sure. Spirits, who else? Iris, welcome in. Voracious, welcome in. I did put angels. Minnie. Minnie! When did you come in? How did I miss you? Hello, gorgeous. Is it there? Yeah. What else am I missing? Rise and shine, love. Oh, astrology, stars, moon, water, fire, ice. Did I miss the sun? I missed the sun. That's sad. I focused on the moon and not the sun. Earth. Anything else? Okay. Can you all read this? Okay. Can you all read this? Entities are spirits, it's just the label. My Uranus, God, Venus, Uranus, Jupiter, Mars, boss, co-workers. Did I put animals? Yes, I did. Did I put animals? Yeah, I did put animals. Space. Time. Anything else? Why? Cherie, why? Do I look like that I actually feed that fucking energy? No. So why would I put it on the board? If that's the reality you're living in, that's the reality you're going to experience. I don't experience it. I don't do anything with that. That's got nothing to do with me. Absolutely none. Right. So, if I want to experience, hear me, not from the understanding, but from the understanding. Okay. Whatever I want to experience, whatever world I want to experience, all I have to do is put my focus on it. By putting my focus on it, I'm feeding it. And when I'm feeding it, I become it. You are the it. Everything is you. So if you think an entity is a bad thing, that's what you think, that's what you know, that's what you are. Because it's you creating it. The more I look, the castle will collapse through this. I learn growth. It's uncomfortable. Growth is not uncomfortable until you think it is. It's because you're attached to change. You don't like change. I used to be like that, McKee. I didn't like it when my castle would fall or break because I had to have the control. And when I let go of the control, then I realized I'm more in control than I thought I was. Zanita, I trust in you doing. Right, now do you guys understand? Everything is you. And each thing that you believe in is the song that you are singing, is the world you are living in. Because the world is you. Source is you. Yeah, I was like that until I stopped trying to control and started allowing. And I still love your nails. What's the nails got to do with the price of eggs? I struggle with change. That's why I said you've got an attachment. That's why you're still dreaming the same dream. You're still attached to it. Marcia asked, Tap Peeps. Thank you, Susie. Right. If I'm focused on it, and I believe it, and I'm feeding it, that's what I am choosing to experience. Okay. If I don't want to experience it, I don't feed it, I don't talk about it, I don't think about it, and then I don't experience it. What will happen is I'm going to only see it and observe it. As soon as I judge it, I'm planting my ass in that world. So you will hear a lot of people say that the world is splitting. The world's not splitting. What's happening is they're seeing different densities because they're shifting their music, their song, their belief into a different belief. And then they're seeing other people's beliefs and they're witnessing it and they're still experiencing their own. So they're seeing the old and the new. And then once they completely embody this song, they will be in that world song. It's the best English that I can use at this point in time. There is no other English I can sing. So there's going to be a point where we are not going to be blah, 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 fish cakes. What we are going to do is feel the vibration and frequency. Everybody's going to be feeling frequency. Because that's the dream I had. The dream that I had, and that's the video I posted today, by the way, right? Which was actually a recording I did 2 days ago when I was busy with the what ifs, right? The dream that I had was a reality. We hated being a human so much that we became the alien. And then when we became the alien, we realized, oh, fuck, we were actually fucking the ultimate. And now the aliens are coming here wanting us humans to save them because we fucked up ourselves. But how can we save them? We can't fucking save ourselves because we're doing the same thing as what we did then. And what I mean then is we still reading the old shit and making it the now shit, instead of taking the old shit reading and making it a new shit. But instead we're taking other stuff and saying, oh, they said this, so it has to be this. What if it's not supposed to be that? Because this fucked up, maybe we're supposed to change it. That's the dream I had. I am not what I used to be. I am what I choose to be, experiencing all that comes and goes. Fucking love that, Chuck, because that's where I am. 7K to go! I love you guys. That was squeaky. Odette, I see you. Does anybody have any questions? Does this make sense now? Doesn't make sense. You are what you think you are. That's why they say your personality is your personal reality. And if you don't like someone, that means you become that person. And when you become that person and you're on the other foot, you then experience the unagi moment saying, oh fuck, oh fuck. I judged this person. Now I know why I became this person. So try not to judge and become neutral, because when you become neutral, you're allowing and you're accepting, and all your doors open. That means accept, I love, not unconditional love. Because if you're putting unconditional, says I'm putting conditions in there. I'm going to say this again. For all of you saying I'm unconditional love, you're fucking lying. Stop lying. Because unconditional love means I'm putting conditions in it without realizing it, just by using that fucking word. Because love means accept as is. Stop trying to mold. Stop trying to change. Stop trying to defend. Stop trying to make something that's not there. You either love or you don't. If you love, it's a good thing. If you don't love, it's a good thing. But don't complain what you've chosen. Because if you don't want it done to you, don't fucking do it to someone else. Because the true laws is not the 7 laws that everybody is talking about. It's not the Kabbalah. The only 2 laws is don't steal from someone and don't hurt someone. Because it's going to bite you in the fucking ass. You become who and what you do. I'm going to repeat this again. You become who or what you do. What you say, what you think. Wow, great job, community. Almost there. 96.6. I just love you. That enough? Yes. It should be enough. Love is infinite and the ultimate. Jody! Fucking love your words. Right there with Jody Road. Love is infinite. Why can't I fucking pin this. Let me pin TikTok. Thank you. Love is infinite and the ultimate. You don't need to be unconditional. Because if you're saying I'm unconditional love and you're talking bad about someone, you've got conditions and you're trying to change people, you are a manipulator. You're a controller. And you're trying to control people to make your fucking ego feel good because your cup is empty. Your cup is empty. If you don't like what you see, your cup is empty. If you don't like what you see, your cup is empty. And if your cup is empty, you're not walking your walk and you're talking your talk. What you're doing is you're lying. You've got filters on. And if you have got filters on, as much as you're pointing finger at whoever you're fucking pointing a finger at, whether it be your mother, whether it be your father, whether it be me, whether it be Tom, whether it be Dick, you're actually pointing a finger at yourself. Because the ultimate being is being what you are. And you choosing to be the human being that you are in this now, you shouldn't be faulty at all. There should be nothing wrong with you. That means you are perfectly perfect in your own uniqueness. But you can never be perfect if you're still finding fault somewhere. If you're going to tell me that I prefer to be in nature than be around human, you don't love, you don't accept. That means you don't like being the human. Because when you become the tree, that's when you learn love. So all of these belief systems is what you are creating because it is you. All realities are you. 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D is you. You've got all forms in there. So to say that one is bad and one is good, you're making it bad, you're making it good, you don't like being a fucking human and you're still finding fault with it. So, my guidance to you is stop trying to find a problem when there is none. Stop hating being a fucking human. There's nothing wrong with you. You are perfect just the way you are. Stop playing the victim and you'll start opening doors. Life is an experience in the now, so everything that breathes is here to experience life. Absolutely. Absolutely, Kanisile. Absolutely. So why are we still searching for something? Why are we still relying on cards? Why? Because if we accept, that means we don't want anything because we are it already. Why? Why are we still doing that? Why? 100K! Whoops, there it is. Whoops, there it is. Thank you so much to all the motivators. I think it's Susie, Mani, and everybody. Thank you so much for motivating others to tap. I just accepted that you wrote over your writing, and I can read the red clearly. You didn't like that? Why are you shouting though? Because this is my voice. Do you listen to heavy metal? Do you sit in cars or motorbikes and listen? It's the same as my voice. And what makes that better than my voice being loud? Nothing. It's the fact that you've judged it and you've made it loud. And if it's too loud for you, you could have just lowered the volume on your phone. Instead, you're telling me to make your ego feel good because your ears are sore. But in the back at the ranch, you're listening to loud music, bang, banging. You go to discos, you go to rock concerts, and they are fucking loud. You don't tell them to lower the volume. Do you? When you're going to rock concerts, does everybody tell them to lower the volume? Why do you buy tickets to the front of the stadium? Unless you want to look at their underwear. So why are you telling me to lower my volume? What makes me different to a rock concert? What makes it different to a concert? Nothing. Instead of complaining about my voice being loud, lower the volume on your phone or just go to someone else's live. They can actually talk to you. My sister is loud. My mother forgot to give me the volume switch and I love my voice, so therefore I will be heard because I hear myself. I had someone say, yo, the reason why you're loud is because you don't love, you don't feel you're being heard. And I'm like, you're fucking wrong there because I hear myself loud and clear. Trust me. I've self-reflected on myself too much to realize, to know that I love all these parts of me. Marcia, my husband wants me to cut grass, but I will carry your voice with me. Why would your husband cut the grass himself? I love that. Someone labels it as loud. I like it. And label as a passionate. Marcia. Yeah, you could call it passionate. I just say it is what it is. That's what I would say. Yeah, a first gringer, but voila, it's magic. McKee. People always say I'm loud. So what? If they say you're loud, ask them what they're listening to. I hear it. Even the master gurus and the preachers and the doctors and all that say, you know, even these scientific guys with the certificates of, I am a coach, life coach, they say you can't be loud. And the only reason why you're loud is because you feel you can't hear yourself. That's not a fact. Because if you're going to a concert and you're listening to loud music, why the fuck aren't you telling them to lower the volume? Hypocrisy, right? The hypocrisy. Hey? The hypocrisy and all of that. The hypocrisy of all of that. You can listen to heavy metal, you can listen to doof, 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 rap music and all that shit. You don't tell them to lower the volume. Why the fuck are you going to tell me to lower the volume? I've honestly never thought you're loud. I experience you're passionate about what you share. I am very passionate, yes. But even being passionate is an experience in itself. People see me as a doormat. I'm fat from loud. They don't see you as a doormat. You see yourself as a doormat. And when you start changing your language, you start changing who you are attracting. Stacey, ask yourself, what are you attracting? Because that's what you are thinking for yourself, because you were brought up with that. I got sensations in the hypocrisy, says Kayla. Nothing wrong with loud. Absolutely, Catherine, nothing wrong with loud. Nothing wrong with wrinkles. Nothing wrong with frizzy hair. Nothing wrong with straight hair. Nothing wrong with rags and nothing wrong with rules. What does it mean when someone say I'm an inspiration to women? That means you inspire them to be a woman, but they're lacking that within them. And because they don't see it in themselves, they're putting you above them. I don't like that. Don't put me above you guys. I would love to be loud, says Delissa. Get a microphone. Delissa, get a microphone. Guys, you think I'm joking? I'm not. I walk my talk. I talk my walk. I lost hearing as a child. I was consistently told to lower my voice. Yeah. And you should have told those people to get you a hearing aid that you could actually hear. Or told them to speak louder. Match your tone. That's what you should have said to them. Match my voice. So that I could hear you and I don't need anything else. So I'll say that to them. So I'll say that to them, yes. You see how we take things personally? That's another conversation I'd like to have. When did we become pansies? That's tomorrow's conversations. When did you become a pansy? What's a pansy? Who knows what a pansy is? Because I was once that. That's why I thought it would be a good conversation. A flower, a sissy. I like the fact that you all said flower though. I love the fact that you said a flower. It's a sissy. It's a way, well, I know from South Africa, we call it pansy. Such a pansy means you're such a sissy. What's a sissy? Too sensitive. When did we become too sensitive? Once I was talking to people, I say out loud silence to myself. That's how loud I was. Katie, a snowflake. I wouldn't say a snowflake, but it's too sensitive. For me, it's too sensitive. I could bring Playground to a standstill with my voice when I was weak. You know, Tracy, I resonate with that because I actually fucking did that. No lies. Anna Marie says, oh, I love that. You would swear there is an offense bank running interest. start taking offense to everything. I'll tell you when, and that's a conversation we're going to have tomorrow. When we start attaching to the words that have no meaning and we gave it a meaning. I'm going to start there. I'm usually quite a quiet person. Oh no, I'm not a quiet person. I'm only quiet when I'm by myself. And even when I'm by myself, can I tell you guys what my neighbor said to me? Who wants to hear what my neighbor said to me? When people started putting labels on dis-ease. Exactly. When we started creating labels just to please the ego. For me, that's it, princess. When we created labels. My neighbor said, if your household gets quiet, we're going to break into your house because we know something's wrong with you. Because everybody can hear the conversations I have in this live. And I'm like, well, then everybody's learning. It's not only the people in the live. Thank you. I appreciate you. Go out there. Go see all versions of you. Kagiso, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, Bana, says McKee. Washing works again. I want to say thank you to all of you. Thank you for your precious time. It's valuable. Honor your time. Go out there, create the masterpiece that you are, for you are the master and you are the piece after all. You are your own gifts. Love being who you are. Love being what you are. Yes, I'm going to be on live tomorrow, and then on Monday I'm not going to be live. So it's tomorrow, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you won't see me. You'll see me on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You too, Michelle. You too, guys. Go take over the world. You're gods after all. Diamond Janet. Just remember, on the YouTube channel, these lives will be posted. I am slightly behind. We'll be catching up soon. So yesterday's live, I actually want to do yesterday's live first, but it's not ready. Mom today, I'm very grateful to have you all. Very, very grateful to have you all. Go out there, go take over the world. Be unique, you. Put down those masks and filter yourself. And filter yourself, please. I love you.